On today's episode of Let's Talk FGO, we're coming to you in a sleepy summer vacation way. We're going to talk to you about further banners and summaries of Summer 5, and also some very summery banners over in JP to lead up to their anniversary, and lots of other things, like you're probably wondering how we did on that second banner. Well, you'll have to stay tuned for at least 5 more minutes. Hello, I am one of your hosts, Omega, with me as always as Lucky, and I am also one of your hosts, Omega.
Everyone, I hope you're enjoying Vagrant Order, aka telling scary stories. And while we here at City Omega like to bring you the latest in FGO-related news and memes, we will be talking about current and future events for both the JP and EN version of the game. So anyone not wanting spoilers should really go check out the exhibit of what Arco did. It's neat.
Yeah, it's been seeing a lot of tweeting about that on the lates.
Oh yeah, no, a lot of VAs are visiting too. Like Aoyuki and Rumiokubo visited it. Shitaya Noriko visited it.
Nice.
Super nice. I ordered the book. I had to order it from Play Asia, and the shipping literally cost more than the book than itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that one.
The book was $49.99. The shipping's like, well, I sprayed for Express, which was only like $10 more. I'm like, I'm already paying like fucking $40 for shipping. I don't care.
I mean, yeah, at that point. But I had a similar, and I did not kick it up because the item itself was like the equivalent of $20 US. But I had a similar experience when I ordered my Millennium Puzzle, which sits assembled atop my work desk right now.
So, and the weirdest fucking thing, like, I don't know if I really ever really, like, truly explained this, but I finally got my Takeuchi art book, Return to Avalon. That thing has been just, like, been floating in my Amazon existence for, like, 2 years now, and it just randomly showed up today. Not today, like, 2 days ago, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Because I literally didn't expect it.
When did you order that? What was the occasion? Was that an NA anniversary they offered that?
I don't remember, actually. Does it actually... I don't know if it'll actually tell me when I placed the order. Let me go check my Amazon, actually.
Yeah, you can check your Amazon. If the package came with a shipping label, it might say. Not that a lot of Amazon packages do that, in fact, this day. They just kind of... A lot of my Amazon stuff just ends up hucked on my porch in bags or boxes, and they're just like, here, this is a use. So anyway, continue to support us on Patreon and YouTube membership so we can continue to order art books and other things. Speaking of which, this episode is brought to you by our patrons like Adam DeHarp, Aka, Take 10, Buckers OG, Kylos, Dragon, Ferris, Jeremy Vasquez, Jason the Fate, Jonathan Sandoval, Legendary Boss, Liam Kessler, Richard Raptor, Raizu Kenji, Rogue Robyn, Sharvar, Sean Pyre, some guy named Bob Sergeant 23, and Darren the Crow. Thank you very much for your support, everybody.
Thank you. I did double check it. I did find out I ordered it on May 10th, 2021, so over a year. A year and some change.
So it was May. So it probably was just, it was offered somewhere. And then just the power of Poseidon and supply lines. The world's crazy, y'all.
It is crazy. I should give you some Mala beads.
I'm definitely not.
No, Amazon, no!
No, I'm
sorry,
good. I've spent my Amazon money for the day already. I'm Amazon a cardboard crack in Subnautica Below Zero.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've been rewatching Markiplier's entire Let's Play series of Subnautica, but having played a decent amount of the original, I'm like, it's a little bit of a time investment. I heard not only is it cheaper, but Below Zero, not that it matters because I already own Subnautica, but Below Zero is supposed to be a little easier and a little shorter, more straightforward, classic expansion pack stuff. So I'm like, I never played the final version of Below Zero. I'll give it a gander. It's like $20 physical. Not that I really need new video games because I've got about 9 million of them free, but you want what you want. I can play my free copy of Slime Rancher until then. Thanks, PlayStation Plus Extra.
PlayStation has that summer sale going on, and I saw that there's this game that has I can't remember what it's called. It's like this game, but you apparently take care of a colony of space bee monster girls. I'm all like, this is way too opportune a moment for this bullshit. Why did this happen now?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think, Lucky, PlayStation is in our homes trying to sell things to us.
I do. I'll explain why Lucky has a sudden obsession with bee monster girls tomorrow, though.
Yeah, we'll have some things to talk about we'll have a lot to talk about on What's Up. Lucky and I both beat Stray.
I have feelings.
Cat game. But anyway, we're here to talk about Let's Talk FGO, which means we shall moveth on. I'm going to close down that tab because I don't need that anymore.
Barely.
It's time for... Wait, the fuck I said I raised up for tips.
Senpai! 起きてください.
I have a couple of simple, sweet ones for you this week. Number 1, don't forget that the OQ rerun will exist sometime, probably soon, because we need to flesh out the banners in the game. We do also have this Cockfest soon, so that'll be Lotto, Girlfriend. That'll be a fun time. But That's probably a little bit of ways away. They want to spread out the new shit, you know?
Do we remember how long the rerun's gonna be? Is it like 2 weeks?
Yeah, is it 2 weeks? I think it's got to be minimum 10 days. It's probably 2 weeks. I don't think they do a lot of super high speed reruns anymore.
No, we're not doing. It's gonna be anywhere from probably 10 days to 2 weeks. So it's probably gonna take up the last bit of
last chunk of July into August.
Yeah, but I don't know. If I remember correctly, I think the original Skahawk Fest was in September, though.
I might have been. There's a downloads campaign.
We'll
with the speculate.
With the 2 week gap, I'm guessing we might get Skahawk Fest probably late August, early September, probably.
Because it's important to remember that just because things happen in a month in JP are not guaranteed. You know, Nissan went up on stage at AX and said that Heian-kyo would be November, so
things are.
But yeah, things are happening. I have a second slight pro tip brought up by the people in the Patreon Peanut Gallery. Remember, you can support us on Patreon at our gold level to join the Peanut Gallery every week. Because apparently some people have forgotten this, and we do have a decent chunk of new subs over our past couple of live streams and big shows. You know, this is 251, by the way, guys.
Yay!
Some people didn't know that we did increase the QP cap. That did happen. The QP cap is now 2 billion. So you can have quite a lot of QP. I do not have quite a lot of QP.
I can never imagine that much QP. If I get over 100 million, I'm just like, I need to spend this on something.
I have, I think, between 25 and 30 million right now, because costumes is expensive. So
it's true. I haven't actually. I got all the costumes. I have not unlocked any.
They're about 3 million a pop. So
mostly because I wasn't able to get Sigurd. More on that later.
Ripperino.
It's
okay. You got guys. Guess what? We're going there soon. You only have one more segment before we get to the Ripperino part. The part I know you guys live for. But first, let's play good news, bad news. The good news. Records on the third regular achievement topic. So, got my Grail. Got my permanent Python. I have not cleared the extra NP copies, but, you know, we're caught up in the event and we can talk about the whole there. Look forward to that later after mailbag.
Yep.
And, I don't know. How do you want to break this up? Because we both have some two-parters here. Do you want me to start and then leave them hanging?
Yeah, you start, leave them hanging, and then we'll just, we'll hit them with the hard stuff.
Yeah, okay. So for me, okay, hey, got some of Murasaki on the first 10 spin. ... Anyway, Lucky?
Me, I got MP2 Tomoe, Murasaki, and Abby Summer Edition. And with that, I can say another summer, another full sweep. Also, all my smiles are protected, and Python get. Also, another Grail, which I'm going to need.
Lucky did not necessarily intend a full sweep, but he got it. Okay, so not all the world's evil, but damn close. So, hey, hi y'all.
Hello.
You'll notice I didn't spend any Saint Quartz on the first one. So I spent about 240 Saint Quartz total. I did not get a Tomoe. I did get an NP2 Suzuka. Wrong Saber. And if I never see Sweet Ride again, it'll be too soon.
Yeah. There was a lot of those.
Like, I don't even know if it was just like bias on the part, but it's the second banner, so you get the male CEs too. And still, even as I continued, fucking Surfboard Say is there to mock me and mock Skip Gang. I'm a little nettled. I went and did extra free quests and rank up quests to get like the 30 Saint Quartz for another spin. That's when I got the Suzuka, and that's when I was like, all right, I am defeated. Much like Napoleon, I shall be retired to Elba or St. Helena or somewhere depressing. I'll enjoy my free Python. Yeah, a decent chunk of this was on Tomoe's solo night. Still no joy. Got a Suzuka.
So let me tell you about my win conditions. Because for this summer, what is this, 4?
5.
5
summers.
5. Jesus.
5 summers.
For the 5th summer, I decided that I was not going to actually try and get all summers. I actually only had 3 servants. Well, no, actually, I basically pared it down to 2. There's only really 2 that I wanted. I wanted Summer Kiara and Summer Murasaki. For reasons. As everyone knows in the first banner, that didn't pan out. Whatever, that's fine. And the second banner, I decided that I wanted at least an MP2 Murasaki. Because, as everyone knows, going from MP1 to MP2 is the biggest jump in the damage and gives you the ability to overcharge. So I was like, alright, I will roll until I get MP2 Murasaki. I please want you to know what I just said from Records from the Throne. So, this took me a total of 480 packs. And I got, in this specific order, 1, Summer Murasaki, 1, Summer Tomoe, 2, Summer Abigail's in the same 10 roll, 1, Summer Tomoe, and then 1, Summer Murasaki. In that exact order, over 80 packs.
Yes.
I am not good at giving up. I'm really, really not. I don't even want to think about how many CEs I got. I really don't.
Yeah, we don't ask that question.
Don't ask that question.
By the way, no CE drop yet on either.
I have, I think I mentioned this other night. I just need Night of the Chainsaw of the Dead. Which now that I'm in the post game, I should be able.
You can pick. So
yeah.
But yeah, that I do be like that. Were there any errant SSRs or SRs in those packs? Do you recall?
No, there wasn't. But when I got that MP2 Murasaki, I did flip banners. I do believe I had like 80 something quartz left, and I did drop like 60 quartz on Sigurd's banner, trying to get that good boy. Also, yes, Lucky is entirely too impatient to wait for solo rate ups.
But yeah, okay. Well, there's you guys have seen the toll of another summer. Unfortunately, my next 30 days St. Quartz is in like 18 more days. Actually, that was a couple days ago. It's probably like 15 days now, but still, the banner will be over before then, I think. Yeah, just about there. But yeah, that's the results, folks. Another summer for the books. I at least can take a little break. Lucky's still doomed.
I am still doomed.
Roll back to Senpai Pro Tips. Me, I'm probably gonna relax and not do anything with anything until Yamatai Koku, at least, possibly further.
This quote is correct
on
all accounts.
Also, I believe this is a quite ancient tablet we have been presented with. It must have been, no matter how you slice it, it has been several years since you would have had that avatar.
No, that would have been during Halloween 3, so that would have been 2 years ago.
Okie dokie, Artichoke. Let's lighten the mood a little with, did you finish your master missions? Spoilers. Probably. So to finish your master missions this week, you need to have performed 30 FP summons, collect 50 firewood, vegetable, and chainsaw drops. Those are all separate master missions. And then get 2 skill gem or statue drops. So any of the 3 skill gems in either monuments or pieces, gold or silver statues. And then 4 skill gem or statue drops. AKA, sing it with me now. Do the event. Literally.
Yay.
Just remember to do your FP summons, and you're good. Also, you probably still haven't done enough FP summons to, unless you've been really going ham, you probably haven't done enough FP summons to get all your tutorial missions out of the way either. So, give it a gander. Take a crack. But alrighty then. It's time to roll on down to our favorite little Skelegrams. So, just to let everybody know, as we were speaking about it, Summer 5 Banner 2 runs until the 1st of Augustus. So, it's started, it's going, there you go. It's got both sets of CEs on it, hypothetically, allegedly. So there you go. And then the big one. So we did mention this, obviously, with the wind down of Hakenden. Took my brain a little to remember. Sorry, the event was very long. I was trying to remember the details. And, of course, they did OQ added to main interlude, but that doesn't necessarily take you forever. We figured there'd be some extra spice, some extra kick. And so FGOJP has announced 7th Anniversary Countdown Campaign, going from the 21st to the 29th of this month. So our last little block there before their anniversary date. First of all, log in for 7 days during this time period to get a couple of tickets and some apples. There are also Start Dash and Combat campaigns, so if you haven't started FGOJP yet, or you've left it hanging, there's some stuff back there. Maybe if you've had an alt you haven't played in a while, you can juice it up, get some free stuff. We also, to tide you over for, presumably, the great flurry of upgrading servants that usually happens around anniversary, Hunting Quest 12. So far, the only ones that I have seen are Bones and Fangs. Very good stuff. I'm pretty sure we haven't started Quest 3 yet while we've been setting up for this, but, Bones and Fangs, good. I'm also going to guesstimate, as is usual for Hunting Quests these days, when we get to the last one, there'll probably be, some slight preview of maybe, the Anniversary Servant or some other, event coming soon kind of a thing. Yeah, no, the last one noted on the wiki is Wyvern Hunt. We also have limited master missions during this time period. Beat hunting quests to get access to extra faux pas.
Yeah.
Because you're doing a fuck ton of those.
You do.
Main info. How many is it? 7. 7 extra faux pas. Basically, do 1 hunting quest a day for each of the days. You'll get an extra faux pas. That's like a month and a half's worth of work. But also, curiouser, and possibly cuirasser, we've got new banners. Multiple summer banner rate ups. Rating up some units we haven't seen with rate ups in a while. Very intriguing. So, there's 5 banners for 5 summers. And keep in mind, these are all separate rate-up banners, so they've got separate pity rates, rollovers, all that fun stuff. But for Summer 1, our representatives are Squirtoria, Summer Kyo, Summer Mordred, and Summer Martha. That Summer Artoria rerun, very well appreciated. It's been a long time. For Summer 2, you've got Maid Alter and Summer Nito on rate-up. For Summer 3, you've got Jean Archer, Maeve, and Ibaraki on rate-up. For Summer 4, you've got Ruler Artoria and Carmilla. And for Summer 5, you've got Summer Kiara, Tomoe, Ilya, and Bryn. So mixing and matching a couple of banners and a couple opportunities there, giving some gals some rate-ups they haven't gotten in a little bit. It's interesting. It's intriguing. And they're all separate rate-ups with different pity counters, like I said. But if you've been waiting for those rate-ups, you've got some opportunities. Also, I'm fairly certain if you guys were concerned about the Summer 6 rerun, I'm pretty sure that means that still is coming because it was absolutely missed on this list. And if they were just going to, not do it, they probably would have done a banner here just to get them out of the way. But they didn't, so I presume they are probably still planning on doing a Summer 6 rerun after Anniversary. Also, all these separate rate-ups involve all the many, many Summer CEs for their appropriate years. So, quite a thing. Well, we'll see how much Summer 7 murders us. They've got about 9 billion servants they can pick from. But also, we still have the panel. They're going to be streaming the panel on the 31st. But we have an important note. Rie has apparently caught COVID. So
No!
Everybody,
Panic!
yes, send positive vibes. Obviously, this means that she will not be at the public panel, at the public venue, like a responsible human being. And so we have brought in a surprise Rumi Okubo to sub in for the panel.
Huzzah!
But yes, remember, panel still 31st.
I'm excited.
Means we still won't know by next week's show. Though we may
It'll
have some
be-
vibes. I think the festival will have started. They just won't have the core anniversary panel.
Yeah, that's what everyone's, vibrating about is that main panel /stream/events. That's where all the news be dropping.
Well, that'll be, Nissan will be lifted down from the rafters like on a shaft of holy light, and just start throwing saint quartz into the crowd. So that's always the big one.
So you say that, but no, clearly we need to have a summoning animation.
Yeah, they just play the summoning on the big screen, and then it just shows him, and then we just do like the classic cutaway gag, and he just pops out of backstage. It was me.
It was me all along.
Ruler, Nissan, at your service. Would you like some saint quartz?
Please check this out.
But yeah, that'll be the big one with the anniversary servant on all the many, many campaigns we will get and all that stuff. Probably a new slate of rank ups will start then, if they're not going to start it in the middle of this countdown campaign.
Oh, we will see.
Which they could still. We're only this goes on for 8 days? Yeah, it's a little over a week, so they've got some extra time after a couple of days to slot something in. We may or may not know about, usually they show the preview of, say, Banner 1 of Summer, sometime during their anniversary events. That's not always at the actual panel, so we might be getting hints, images, vibes earlier as well. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
We'll see.
But alrighty, that is just about all the mail, not mail, mails later. Mails after
Mails
this.
later.
News first. I throw away the newspaper.
Ah!
That's all we got for now, which means it is time for mail.
It is time for mail. And by mail, I mean it is time for this week's Let's Talk FGO mailbag segment where we read what you have to say and comment. 7, I'll be nice. I will be nice. I know some of you are late, so refresh. Rewind. It's still 17.
No, I think the late skis already got their lates in.
Well, that's good. So we have 17, and we shall move swiftly on. So this first one comes from the Eternal Storm, who says, question, with the 7th anniversary coming up for JP, what are your thoughts on who the new servant will be? Personally, I think either Kazuha Drop or Galahad proper may be on the table. Well, I definitely will say they are not off the table, but I do believe that Kazuha Drop probably will be saved for probably a simultaneous release with Violet. Probably.
Yes, and I don't know if either of those servants make sense for an anniversary. Like, obviously, Kestori's a bit of an outlier. She's not important right now, but will be a big deal in the future, right? But generally, our anniversary servants are somebody who is fairly story-related. Even if we call out how the anniversary with Scotty was kind of lazy, because that probably should have just been like an extra Lost Boat 2 banner, but they had a lot of banners. They had stuff to do.
They had stuff to do.
Seach and I wasn't ready. So, they had to move some stuff around, but still, that was related to a story release that had just happened. So, I do not know if either of those will be in there. Some people are saying it'll be a caster again, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I don't know. I just want it to be Tiamat. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to keep saying that until it happens.
Fair enough.
Listen, I predicted Koyanskaya being either New Year's or anniversary, and guess what? I was technically right on both accounts.
Yes, you were right both ways, funnily enough.
So, sorry, I looked at Patreon chat, and I just had an eye-narrowing gesture, because some people will not shut up about certain things that I don't think make sense. But moving on.
When has our community ever not repeated a thing until they died?
Well, that's what we like to call faith and pride, so I can't knock it too much. I'll knock it a little bit, though, and no one can stop me.
Use a tiny hammer.
So, with that, though, we move on. This next one comes from the procrastinator already saving for some oratoria. They say, I've been away meditating, and I'm back to bring good vibes. But are you sending the good vibes? I'm not sure. I just know that you have them. My question is this. Do you guys know if JP has had a time this year where they haven't had a limited banner running? Feel free to yeet if range is too low. I'll be gone 3 weeks climbing up these 1,000 steps to a temple at the top to go through my own personal chemo dimshi, and hopefully come out the other side with my personal demons tamed. Are you seriously going to a temple? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't actually know. I'm curious. If you are, please tell me about your experience. I've always wanted to visit a temple. Like, if I had a car, I would totally go visit the Shinto temple in my state. Maybe we should plan out a trip there. I don't know. Lucky's been considering spirituality over the past several months, I want to say, but we'll see. And as for your actual question, I apologize if I tangent there. I don't fucking know. I can't keep track of banners. I really can't. I'm pretty sure we can go on a banner list on the FGO wiki.
Yeah, I'm trying to double check it. But there are a lot of weeks, but I think, let's see. No, that one until the 23rd. I mean, technically, I think there usually are limited banners, but a lot of them are still reruns. Like, I mean, yeah, Gilgamesh got a weird summon campaign until, like, the 30th. Let's see. Was that one? That was another one. Wait, hold on. So that's March 2. Was there an event from February that ran? Okay, Seraph did go until the 2. I mean, it seems like they are going banner to banner with no gap this time.
Oh, that's what this means. The limited train that don't stop, won't stop, not until your money drops.
Actually, this is a good question, though. Technically, let's see. Hold on. Is this guy limited? Oh, no, Taikon was permanent. Ha! So, some of these banners that have been the raid up have been permanent servants.
Aha!
So no, I don't think they have, if I'm doing my math right with these banner numbers, they have not necessarily been literally post to post with limited servants. Some of them have included permanent raid ups.
Perfect.
But I do think that as far as I can tell, it does seem like they've never had a moment where there was only story and FP banners. It's a little intense, but, whatever works.
Prepare thine wallet.
It's their new strategy. Yes, there was also a permanent one, but I also don't know if the limited one had ended before that banner ended. Even if they had, I think there would have been, because OQ made into that, there would have been a combo banner.
Which banner? Oh,
for
yes.
For Baiken. Yeah. Even if that ended after 2 weeks, and God, I can't do names right now. I feel like because JP is being so slow, it's been like so many weeks. I don't remember any of these people anymore.
Who are you people?
I've been slam jamming our summer event, which is chock full of characters. I can say what I presume is Shufu, but curse you X's.
Yeah, I thought it was Shufu.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. If Dallas says anything, though, I'm going to slap him digitally. I know how he gets about the names.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, there have been new permanent servants. No, save your shut up Dallas's for whenever he decides to post uwu copy pastas.
What?
Oh, you didn't catch that?
No. I don't know if I want to.
You were probably in the middle of being in Secret Tabletop and trying to pick my braids, even though I was recording Yu-Gi-Oh, because that was in the middle of that.
I do that.
We made Axe rage quit the VC a couple of times. Apparently, he's weak to uwu jokes. Some people in the Discord will remember it. Anyway.
Wow.
But now we're speaking of our procrastinating writer, and now we're procrastinating.
Sorry, I was just thinking about like me over the past couple of days, and like you've been seeming kind of busy.
I am busy.
Like yesterday, like even though I was yelling constantly about having pocket worlds and wanting Monster Go bees, you're just like, I'm busy. I'll work on it later. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I can't open my 420 page document right now. I'm trying to let that last like 5% sliver of a video render. I'll be with you in a moment. I have been pretty busy lately, but I think with Wanted out of the way now, and FGO being a little more relaxed, I have a little more time to catch up on some other stuff.
Yay! So, with that, we shall move on. The next one comes from the Tyrant King, now summoned for the dreaded jury duty, they say. Question, hey guys, so recently I've been watching Nuzlocke videos and wanted to know if either of you would enter doing one either via emulator, or Switch. Anyway, that's it for me. Take care and have a nice evening, and sending good vibes your way. Whoa. And to answer your question quickly and simply, no, I despise Nuzlocke. I don't get them.
Yeah, I don't know if despise is the right word. I've watched some other people do them entertainingly, but I have absolutely no desire to do it myself. Are you kidding? That's just not the way I play Pokemon.
I don't understand why people want to make things even more difficult for themselves. I really don't. People can, cite the additional challenge, but if you want additional challenge from a thing, you should go do a different thing.
Also, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just don't assume Pokemon to not be hard because of my deep-seated childhood trauma of Milk Tank. I hear the low HP alarm in my dreams.
Sorry, like you just did that.
So
just
much
1,000-year-old stare.
Yeah, we slowly fade to gray, and whatever your favorite, 1,000-yard stare music plays. But remember, you got to do the original Game Boy Color, Pokemon Gold and Silver, Bing Bong of low health. Yeah, that's about right. Yep, that's me. There we are. Yeah. So I guess in my mind it's permanently, indelibly entered that Pokemon is not easy already. So, but yeah, like personally, one, I get too attached to little gremlins. Second of all, I don't know. I really internalized the whole gotta catch 'em all thing. So like the idea of only catching a limited number of Pokemon to make it a challenge, it's like, no, I don't like that. What if I see a weird Pokemon I like? Because I don't really study like leaks and other stuff ahead of time, so I don't know literally every Pokemon that will appear in the game before it comes out. So I'm just like, ooh, this guy's like an acorn with feet. This guy's a sword. He's my favorite. Now he's two swords.
And also, I will confess, I have completely grown out of Pokemon. Not saying that it's bad to be into Pokemon, but it's just not my shtick anymore. Yeah. When I was into Pokemon, though, I got super heavily attached to my Pokemon. Like, if one of my starter or like one of my first ones like got and I'm just like I have to get rid of them, I'm like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I love this bird. I named him Capitan. How dare you? You want me to release Capitan? Fuck you.
Yeah. I don't, because a lot of good Pokemon games have come out over the past couple of years, but I don't think we've had a really good time to stream them. I'm not going to say we're averse to like just general like show off stuff. Like, we did a bonus stream for the, first few hours of Stray.
Yeah.
Which is about, actually, I think wasn't your ending memory total like 60% or something?
Something clear. Thank you.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Yeah, so like it was a decent chunk of the game even, but like if timely stuff happens, go there.
Ugh.
Sounds about right. I would never Nuzlocke a gacha game. That's like, imagine a Nuzlocke challenge, but also every time your Pokemon dies, your wallet dies too. Ugh. No thanks. It's not good for my anxiety.
Nope. Oh,
That's
man,
what it is. I think Nuzlocke runs are for people with less anxiety.
That's a fair probably assessment.
Much like people who can play Alien Isolation for more than 15 minutes at a time. But okay, all right, there you go. That's answered the question thoroughly.
So we move on. Thank you very much. This next one comes from Give Me a Summer Valkyrie. That could be interesting.
Which one?
Technically, Bryn's a Valkyrie. Technically,
I mean, it's true. She does even have in her new form. She does even have a version of the Valkyrie's skill.
Mm-hmm.
The Swan Mystic Code or whatever. With Summer.
Summary. So, they say, I have thought of several questions while listening to episode 250 and lumped them all together. I hope it's not too much. 1. Would you consider spending SQ on costumes? Not necessarily paid SQ, just some amount of sand quartz. Quickly, depends on the costume. If it's a good costume, I probably would.
I mean, costume for one servant, would I spend like a 10 rolls worth of sand quartz? Probably not. Unless it was a really good costume. But, I mean, I have used premium currency on costumes in other gacha games. So.
Yeah. 2. What exactly is that white triangle hat you wears after dying?
It's a weird Japanese thing.
Yeah, it's a mark of the dead. Basically, when you prepare people for funeral, you put that triangle on their head. I can't remember what exactly it's for. What is that thing called, actually?
It's for ghost stuff.
It is for ghost stuff. Let's see here. It's called, a corpse hat. Oh, it actually doesn't have a fucking word. And it doesn't actually have a specific meaning. It's just a thing they do.
Sick.
Consider it ceremony.
Ghost thing.
Yes. 3. Does it seem odd that you slip so easily, maybe even readily, into the Senpai role to us, given that we never really knew her? Not really. You don't. This is the thing about Japanese social customs. Senpai and Kohais is just literally automatic.
You just start calling people senpais and stuff happens. You see it in the
Yes.
event. Also, it's summer. Don't ask questions.
So, number 4. In case of surprise streams, what times are you roughly up for Let's Talk time zones are missing? I will use Pacific Standard Time, but usually when we start Let's Talk, it is anywhere usually between 5 and 6 Pacific Standard Time. Maybe a little bit earlier, depending on how things roll.
Yes. Sometimes a little bit later if it's, weird. But yeah, that's
Weird.
the usual time. You can translate
Yes.
into EST, which is, 8 or 9 o'clock. It is currently, for reference, as of this moment of recording, we've been recording for about 40 minutes, and it is about 9:41 p.m. Eastern Standard, which is about 6:41 Pacific Standard, and you can do your math from there. You have Google.
Yeah! And 5. Now, while you're busy answering questions, I have stolen your event CEs. Well, I hope you have fun.
No, you haven't.
Well, I hope you have fun digging in my trash, because I burned a lot of them, you filthy little scavenger.
Yeah, also, I MLB'd Sweet Ride, and then every one of the rest of the ones became Mana Prisms. Because I need more of those. But yes, no, good luck with that one. I have a lot.
So, we move on. Thank you very much. This next one comes from 5 Knives at Python. Hey, Lucky Omega, how's life treating you? I had a burrito earlier today, and I'm not broke. I did just spend $100 on getting a book shipped, which I'll probably just lovingly look at from across the room and maybe not actually open that many times. I just want the physical feeling of owning it.
I have PlayStation Plus Extra now. I'm fine. I'm doing great.
I'm not a hoarder. I'm a collector. Tanikaku, they say, how's Arts looping? You obviously heard a lot about Castoria loops from us JP players who've experienced her for a while, and I'm curious about your NA-only perspectives. Best luck on your rolls and good vibes. Cheers. Fun fact, I actually haven't used my Castoria once. Not once. She's level 90, 10, 10, 10. Haven't used her. I hope that gets in your craw and sticks there.
I'm having fun, but that's because I have NP2 Lil Da Vinci already max leveled and was set up for this. It's great. I'm having fun. It isn't hard when you've got a library card.
Are you telling me I shouldn't level my servant's axe? I'm pretty sure, not too long ago, you asked me why I wasn't leveling servants.
Yes. Right now I'm trying to remember. There's something I wanted to throw in there after Lucky said something before we got to the actual question, but I'm trying to remember what it was. I wish I could live rewind.
Record scratch.
Yeah.
The point is, go fuck yourself, Axe.
What are the units? Sorry, that's funny. I didn't know that. That's hilarious. That's even funnier for me because I got my Scotty after I got my... Actually, no, technically it was before. I rolled on GSSR first. It wasn't a complete animal.
The point is I haven't used her yet. Doesn't say I won't use her.
Yeah, Lucky loves arts. He's gonna do it. Yeah. It's just a little weird. I've been enjoying it because also the Castoria is cool, y'all, but have you met the Emiya rank up? It's pretty rad. But I remember what I was gonna say. You talked about being a collector, not a hoarder. I saw a funny thing on the other day. Hey, you can't be any worse of a hoarder/collector than Wizards of the Coast, who apparently dug up some ancient Magic the Gathering cards from the mid-90s that they are legally not allowed to reprint because they are dumb. They're dumb.
Oh,
They
really?
don't want to make money. Yeah, apparently they did some kind of like bargain with collectors in like '96 that there would be certain cards they wouldn't reprint. So they've dug up this old archive of them. And like they're gonna distribute them randomly in like modern booster packs because they're not allowed to. And somebody put this out there. I feel like they were trying to do a dunk on Yu-Gi-Oh players. There was like, anyway, Yu-Gi-Oh players, here's this massive pile of stack, and I'm like, I mean, joke's on you. We bitch about Konami not doing reprints, but they actually are allowed to reprint, and they do that. So yeah, good luck with your Black Lotus that costs more than a house.
Wow.
Listen, I know for casual players, Yu-Gi-Oh cards are expensive sometimes when they've only got a single printing and they're good. But like, Dallas always likes to say, whoa, in Standard, Magic is cheap. It's way cheaper than Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like, yeah, but Magic is still expensive. It's still very expensive for certain formats. They hold some records there. Because apparently, Wizards of the Coast isn't allowed to reprint cards. Just sucking the dick of the secondary market. Good job, scalpers. You won. How? I don't know. I guess it was pre-internet and we hadn't learned to hate them yet.
True.
Anyway, sorry for that digression, but I tried really hard to remember that thing.
It's okay. It kept me around from blasting Axe with fire.
Yeah,
So, moving on. We can move on to this next one, which is I'm actually getting ready for.
I'm just imagining that one, like, cartoon ticking clock sound effect here.
No, right now Lucky is.
Yeah. No, I figured, but like I said, just the cartoon clock ticking. Like what? Hold on.
I'm gonna skip your alias because while I appreciate it, it's not something I feel comfortable about saying on air. I'm not gonna ding or something.
We do have to respect whatever YouTube decides is or isn't adult content. I guess. I do know a guy who got a video dinged for like no reason just last week for that, so they got like age restricted, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah. So, but I will move on to your content. They say, hey guys, said that I missed the live stream last week. It seemed like a fun time. I'm living the hijinks in the summer event. I think the humor is spot on. My question this week is this. How would you change / improve the Bond CE system? I think if they gave the CE effects as passive skills, that go a long way to improving some servants. The reward for max spawning your servants should be more than a low power CE that you really use. Anyway, sending you the good vibes. Wah. And have fun at summer cap, but beware of sharks in the water. I think we have noticed that before that just having the Bond CEs have passive effects would probably just be the easiest and quickest and fastest and best this way.
Yeah, and it probably wouldn't break anything.
Yes.
What's that? Tommo does like 10% arts to team when she's on the field? Cool.
Sick.
Neat. That actually matters compared to like double Castoria and Tommo giving you like 150% arts up.
It's true.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't break anything.
I think it'd be a lot.
It's probably not that weird to expect them to maybe do an edit like that as well. Because remember, Bond Cs didn't used to be in the game. You didn't used to go all the way to Bond 10. That was a system they slowly rolled out in JP that we just started with. Herc with his built-in super guts. Doesn't matter. Still good.
Good. Exciting. Hojima. So, we shall move swiftly on. This next one comes from Moon is struggling with sleep deprivation. Question. Hello there, Lucky and Mega. Hope you're both doing well. Are you guys heavy sleepers or light sleepers? I'm personally the latter. Honestly, I'm not sure. I really couldn't tell you. I believe I'm somewhat of a light sleeper. Basically, like, I say that because basically anytime my roommate gets up to go to work at, between like 3 to like 5 a.m., I wake up when he walks past.
Yeah, that's light sleeper energy. You were also in a military at some point, so
yeah,
I'm pretty sure they condition you to be a light sleeper there for reasons.
Yeah, I know. But I will say though, if I am missing a bit of sleep or whatnot, I will just completely and utterly clock out. If I'm actually tired, not just I will say if I'm in like on my regular rotation of sleep, I'm a light sleeper. But if I go like maybe a day without sleep, I'm just like, nope, I'm dead. Goodbye, world.
Yeah, I think that happens to everybody if you zonk out. But because what you described is what I would say about myself. So I personally classify myself as actually a light sleeper. I used to think I was a heavy sleeper, but not really. Like, because if somebody like comes and like knocks on my door or says my name, like, hey, wake up, something's going on, or you got to go do this or whatever, or we got to go move things for houses, whatever. I wake up, and I'm a slow waker upper. Like, I have never been fast to like get out of bed and get moving, but I wake up pretty easily. I would say that I'm normally what I would call a determined sleeper, which is if just normal stuff wakes me up, I'm just like, man, not important. What's the clock say? It's not time to wake up. Going back to bed. I may have been a heavier sleeper when I was a kid. I slept through an earthquake once, but I think we're all heavier sleepers when we're kids. But yeah, that's my answer.
So we move on. The next one comes from Commandant of the Purifying Force, who says, "Greeting Biohazard Lucky and PT Omega." Solid choices. As one of your avid freeloader fans, I'm here to give you an update on my Summer Kiara dilemma. I activated my inner horny demons and went all in for MP2 Kiara. I dumped all 330 worth of frags into Banner 1 after a victory run on Banner 2 with 2 multis netting me and Murasaki MP2 Tomoe. Besides, a crap ton of SR event CEs, it seems like everyone's having this problem, and MLB Honey Lake and NP4 Bryn Zerker to boot. On my last multi, I got a literally god roll with 2 Kiaras and a Bradamante. I did post that on the thread. Yeah. I did post that on the roll thread as proof, and now I'm fully invested in building up Kiara in the coming months. So no rolls until 2023 for me, which leads me to ask you guys this. What is the longest hibernation period you guys have had when it comes to FGO gacha? Much love and good vibes to you all from the Philippines. Wah, 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 wah. Over and out. I don't know if I actually had a hibernation period.
Yeah, I think Lucky can't say that. It can't answer that question. 0.
I'm about to enter a hibernation period.
Probably, yeah. But still, you've got some time on that because we don't know when that OQ banner is going to happen.
Yeah, no, once that OQ banner hits, I'm going to spend on that. Then I'm probably not going to spend until the Heian-Kyo banner, which is only going to be a couple months.
I think the most I've probably done would probably be around 6 months. It's like knowing that an anniversary or a summer or a New Year's or something was coming, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good.
Fine, it's fine.
But there's like two big tentpole banners a year, and summers and anniversary are so close for us that usually I count them as the same thing. Though I do wonder next year if is there gonna be a big gap between anniversary and summer 6, because there was still a decent amount. But yeah, no. I mean, honestly, you're probably looking at another 6-ish month break. Because I don't know what my quartz reserves are going to be like whenever Himiko's banner drops. So, it's probably more like 4, because it's already late. Well, it's 7. But yeah, like, I'm not planning on rolling until possibly Heian-Kyo as well. Because I want to juice up for Ibaraki and Muramasa. Mm-hmm. I'm not rolling on Dolmen. I think soon is permanent. I have to debate. I got some bumpy rolls, but we as we've discussed, saving is a thing I can do. I can seal the blood seals and make the blood pact on my Saint Quartz and I don't roll. I just spend tickets. I'm good. I've not been doing that very well this year. I've bought in the front half of this year anyway. I bought quite a few 80 packs for stuff. It's a pretty good year, yeah. And I still haven't gotten all those things I want. Odysseus. Still pointing at that spot on my wall. Hey guys, here's one for those people who've been here for 250 episodes. You remember when Lucky had a meme about how he didn't have an SR servant? Where he would put his Adelante if he had one? Remember those Halcyon days? It's not like that anymore.
Listen, that was before I unleashed the power of my wallet.
It's not like it's simply not how we operate here anymore. But yes, also, as much as we appreciate your life-affirming money juice, it's okay to be a freeloader. Just your views are money. Yeah, that was definitely at least a first 6 months thing. We were pretty fast turnaround on having a Discord. Spoilers, it's because we already had a Discord for private use, because Discord beat the pants off of Skype, which is what we were using before, privately.
Hey, I'm trying to remember the live that was Skype, and I just remember a lot of light mode.
So much light mode, so much awful compression. Everybody sounded like shit.
It was a thing.
I mean, Discord has its own issues, but it's certainly no Skype.
That reminds me. I think there's a bot I want to get for the Discord.
Ooh.
It's called Discord RPG. You basically type in commands and you go on an RPG adventure. You can do things like fighting, foraging, farming, all these little things.
We should get that. We love those things. And I mean, I'm looking right now at our list of bots. technically people use D1 whether they want to or not, because they won't stop using brackets. Me6 is very popular. Lizbot has her own private area, which is fairly well used.
And Lizbot cannot be contained sometimes.
No, so it's that one's got certain scripting. It likes to bust out sometimes. But for responding to like mats and stuff, I do believe that let me see. When was the last time? Okay. I last marked this as read yesterday, I think maybe. And there's still like at least one person has posted, and yeah, sometimes there's some gaps here I see. Like, maybe she could be a thread now if that's how it's coded, but still, like, it's very popular every once in a while. It's in regular use. But I'm looking at our time zone bot exists, but I don't think people regularly try and use him. But he's there because we constantly kvetch about time zones, and we're all awful at them. So, it exists. I don't know if it's good. I think this is like our second or third time zone bot that I've tried. We just need them to give him D1 a code to convert time zones. Well, you can type help, but that is also D1's help command. So, all right, time zone bot goes first. Get date time zone. So get 12 p.m. GMT plus 2 is the example. Okay, that's decent. It's pretty simple. Just got to remember, get a time in a time zone. It's apparently 8 hours and 1 minute until 12 p.m. GMT plus 2 happens. I don't know what GMT plus 2 is. 2 hours past GMT? It's somewhere in Europe?
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty easy. Usually you either futz with the various U.S. time zones or, like, I think the thing for us is Japan Standard Time.
I know it's like 18 hours ahead, if I remember correctly. I'm not entirely sure about that. Don't quote me. Lucky's dumb, and he has no bones.
Okay, it's 1 hour until 12 p.m. JST. Swag 'em.
13 hours.
But yeah, so you can convert times as well. I think it's been less needed ever since our whoever writes the script, I think on the Grand Order subreddit, which we have a hook for. Whoever coded that little time zone script thing has worked very well for us, because it just straight up is like, hey, this is the date, your local time when this happens, which is, by the way, 2 days from now or 4 hours from now, whatever.
Very nice.
Solid. Yeah, it's pretty good. Shout out to whoever coded that.
But yeah, no, I'll see if I can figure out where to get the venture bot, and I'll see about Mickey Hook get it in.
We have a whole system of permissions and other stuff for bots set up for reasons. So worst comes to worst, we can, isolate it to certain boards or threads or whatever, certain topics, and then test him.
So, with that, let us move on.
Yes.
So thank you very much. Our next one comes from Scott of Summer Pancakes. Ooh, excuse me. They say, question, what's up? Hope we lucky got enough res and y'all's roll replaced by the gotch. Yo, lords, I managed to get NP2 Summer Kiara, NP5 Murasaki, NP4 Ilya, and NP2 Summer Abigail. NP2 Abigail was my goal, so I'm incredibly happy, while it could, maybe not so much. About $400, but more than worth it. Bless the HVAC trade pay. HVAC actually can't be stupid fucking ludicrous. I remember I was doing HVAC at a school, so it was a government job. I had to get prevailing wage, so they had to pay me $50 an hour for it, and I was like, Jesus. I was.
Also, hey, guess what? HVAC in demand.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what HVAC stands for. I'm sure is it heating, vents, and AC?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It's basically people who do with duct work, certain pipes and such thing. Basically heating and cooling systems within buildings.
Yes, it does in fact stand for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So any of those things.
Yes.
Do you have central air? Whatever. And it's very important right now. Because the world is melting.
It is melting. So... Oh, they have more. Question this week. What's the luckiest ever been in Gacha? What did it cost? Stay safe and don't overdo it on the pancakes. I really need to get the waffle iron that I want. Every electric iron waffle iron I see always has the fucking crease divide in the middle. I'm like, no, I do not want that. I want just a solid biscuit waffle. I want to be able to throw this thing and have it have some fucking stability, not flop around in the wind. Don't ask me how I know that.
I think that means your waffles aren't crisp enough if they're flopping.
Well, no, it's because they have a fucking little bendy bit in the middle where you're supposed to separate them. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Eggo doesn't need those. I don't need pre-scored waffles. I use a knife and fork.
I had one when I was growing up, and I fucking loved that thing to death. I made waffles every weekend. I was like, yeah. And I love waffles. but I have a certain aesthetic that I want to maintain with it. I want to go back to those syrup and buttery days. I'm constantly going through thrift stores seeing if I could just find one in the wild.
If I type in seamless waffle maker, what will I get?
Is that a thing?
We got smart waffle makers with squares. Got some grids. No, that one's pre-scored.
Actually,
that is reviews for best waffle makers.
I should actually ask my mom whatever fucking happened to
Dash Mini Waffle Maker. This popular gadget is just $10.
Actually, I should also... Sorry, I'm not thinking about, like, breakfast delights at the moment. I'm sorry, I got completely and utterly distracted.
It's okay, we can faff.
Oh.
It's fine.
But luckiest I've ever got on a gacha roll, usually it's 2 SSRs and 1 pool. I think I've done, like, 2 SSRs and, like, an SR or something like that. I think that's my best.
I've gotten, on GSSRs, I've gotten, like, the fabled double SSR. So, like, that's probably about as lucky as I can say.
Like, my GSSR was Summer BB, but that also came with 2 Summer Maves and an Ushi. A Summer Ushi. What is this? What is this you're linking? Oh, it makes mini ones. Honestly, mini ones are probably the way to go right about now.
They have a couple of different options I found under Amazon's description, but they appear to aesthetically fit what you were going for.
They do, actually. I'm gonna put this in my fucking wish list, actually, because that is the thing about waffles. Like, the one I had was one of the big ones, like the full 12-inch waffle ones. Like, you can hold this up and you can cast a shadow with it.
Yeah, Waffle House waffle type shit, big waffles.
Yeah. And and thinking about it further, eating that much, carbs, sugar, and other fats.
Yeah, probably... what are the ingredients of your waffle mix? Well, of your your batter. That's eggs, flour, milk, sugar. You put butter directly on waffles? Probably.
No, you do not. No. But yeah, no, probably smaller ones. Having smaller ones is probably the way to go. And actually, this seems adorable. I like this. Thank you, Omega.
The power of double Googling.
Double Google.
Also, Amazon just being like, "Hey, yo, we have a model that we'd like to sell you."
Put that on my wish list next to my cookbooks and my 8 Amamo figures that I want.
Does it include
what? They have a mini rice cooker too? What?
Now we're deep in the hole.
Shit! No, Amazon, no! Oh, they almost got me again.
I was gonna ask, does that include the Final Fantasy 14 cookbook?
My wish list?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it does. I haven't bought it yet. Honestly, I'm trying to avoid buying. I am vibrating in anger over here, but I'm running out of shelf space, so I'm trying not to buy things to put on my shelf until I get more shelf space.
Oh, that's why. Sorry, I opened my own Amazon, and I'm like, why are there so many weird cosplay wigs? Oh yeah, because I did actually look at just randomly a little themed nerd pocket watch set, which includes Doctor Who, but also the Full Metal Alchemist pocket watch.
Oh, neat. Oh, so looking at cosplay items.
Yeah, so people are like, so Amazon drew, added 2 and 2 and got 5, and I'm just like, okay, I really don't need a pocket watch though, but it's cool. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're gonna close Amazon now.
Yes, close Amazon. Save yourself. So, we shall move on.
Technically speaking, actually, I'm going to do one more thing, which is I just saw Amazon is already offering a listing for Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. So I will put that on a list for later.
Shit.
Now, admittedly, it's one of those Amazon listings. The box art is literally just the logo on a white space with rating pending, and it says this item will be released March 31st, 2023. But they offer it. I'll jot that one down for later. All right, verily, on to the breach of the next question.
This next one comes from Kingdom Apples, who won't swim in the lake because that's where the fish pee. I mean, you're not wrong, but don't consider what you might be breathing in at any constant moment. Like fecal matter, just drifting on the wind.
Well, smell is particulate, so. But also, I believe the thing about the fish pee is a classic joke in there somewhere.
Somewhere. I want them to have more to think about because I'm an asshole. So, they say, since we'll be getting servants in the future with mechanically different MPs for different ascensions, what servants that we have now would you want to see have a similar treatment, and what might those changes be? Thematically at different ascensions, huh?
I mean, I think it's just Melusine right now, but also, doesn't she have a skill that lets you swap anyway? Like, you already have servants who swap NP types, though not usually effects, with a skill.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think I can think of any right now because Ascensions, the Fairy Knights represent a interesting thing in which their final ascension is not actually a good thing.
Their later ascensions are usually them being closer to their originally fairy selves than whatever knight they're currently playing the role of.
And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they seem a little broken.
Seem a little unhappy.
Yeah.
I mean, if Tide had an NP for actually doing damage with an NP, he'd be a lot better. The only thing I can think of is just that I don't think there's been well, I mean, I guess Casku is actually AoE, but he has an entirely different NP. I don't know if it would be Ascension-based, but it would be funny if you could do something with regular Lancerku and could make him either ST or AoE, because the Gaybulg is literally does both of those things. But I think the only person with an AoE Gaybulg is Summer Skahawk.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't know. Most servants are pretty direct to their NPs. Sorry, yawn. And if they have, like, alternate NPs, we usually package them as skills pretty well.
Unfortunately, I don't know what to say here, so I'm just going to move on swiftly and quietly. And this next one comes from Casual LTFGO viewer who got the COVID yesterday. I'm sorry, I hope you are doing okay. I hope you get well now. Not soon, now. I demand it. Fuck off, Koof. What they say. Hello, Loki Omega. Question. 1. Since beast enemies have their own icon just like a class, is a beast servant summonable as beast, or do they have to be in standard class containers? 2, do you think it's likely FGO will get another class now that Pretender has made another triangle? Thanks, stay safe. So I'm gonna answer... I can answer both of these. 1, actually I'm gonna answer both of these at the same time. God, I hope not.
Yeah, on the first point, I think strictly speaking, no. At least not for us or anybody normal. Like, obviously beasts have their own class containers because they have, like, Spirit Origins and other bullshit, but, you know, Independent Manifestation, they summon themselves. See this event we just did, actually.
God damn it, Kiara.
She wants a vacay, but no, she doesn't want a vacay. She wants to fuck around. Wait, no, she doesn't want to fuck around. She just wants the Little Mermaid, too.
Listen, Kiara just fucking literally Summer BB'd this shit. I'm helping! Oh no!
I'm helping you! Anyway, give me my sequel, and Tall Hans is just like, ha 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 ha. I have nothing to fear. I am invincible. So yeah, I don't know if you can make a servant summonable as a beast as a servant. That just doesn't seem to be how that works. And I will echo what Lucky said about point 2. I hope we're done. I hope we're good. There are a lot more classes we could do, but let's not, actually. Let's just use the ones we got. I think you can make them all work.
I think we're fine.
Make more permanent assassins, please, FGO. You're still very bad at that.
So, we move on. This next one comes from Cahulian God, who says, are there any particular habits you have when playing FGO? For example, whenever I play anyone's makeup or interlude, I will always use the feature servant unless I am required to not use the servant. Also, something I did before was have every one of my CEs. Something I did before was have one of every CE, but recently I've been burning my non-event 3 stars because I am running out of space. You don't put them in your second archive? That's what I do.
Free space in there.
Yeah, basically when event CEs become quote unquote obsolete, that's where I move them to. I just move them into the CE storage. Because you're not really using it. Like, I only use that for, like, Valentine's special event things, and yeah. Actually, I probably need to actually go properly clean it up, double check.
And you can get more space, yes.
Yes.
But to answer your actual question, for interludes, yeah, I usually try to use the feature servant if the game doesn't just force me anyway. For rank ups, I don't care, because rank ups, I'm like, I want this over now. 3-pip rank ups, too many pips. I want my juicy rank up.
Let's go now.
These 3 pips are standing between me and Emia Loops. Die. And they did die.
For me, I am a sucker for basically using story-relevant servants in fights. Like, if you're wondering why I haven't used my Castoria at all, it's because I've been using nothing but entirely but summer servants in this. Like, usually I'd be running, like, depending on who's been in battle, that's who I bring with me. Is it the most optimal? No, but I don't care about being optimal, unlike some of you people who demand that people have, Ascension 1 or 2 Castoria, so you can save, like, a second on skill animations.
Yeah.
That's right, I'm calling you all out. I'm here to have fun.
It's like 2 seconds.
Also, you're probably not gonna... Well, actually, we do have... I'll probably put my Castoria when we get that multi set up. But until then, no, I'm gonna just keep pushing my Tamamo, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Listen, she is fucking level 120, 1010, and then 1010 blank. Literally has 20k in fucking health. You cannot stop her. She's Tama Swole.
Grails are very powerful.
They are powerful. I think my Tama, whenever I get my Tama Lancer up there, I think she's gonna be even like 2100 though. It's gonna be nuts.
It is pretty gross. Like, the stats on 120, if your servant was already pretty good at them, are very intense.
Oh.
And so, furthermore...
I'm sorry, I temporarily lost where I was. Here we go.
We return.
Yes. This next one comes from King of Winter, cause holy crap, it is oppressively hot outside.
True.
In some cases, yes. I am thankful I live in the Pacific Northwest where it only gets a bit hot. It's still too much for me because I'm a bitch and I like it cold, but I understand that it has been worse for other people.
You're not actively catching fire when you go outside.
Yes.
Sorry, I just read the question.
Oh. Hello, Lucky and Meg. I'm a new viewer of the channel, came in with Trom, so this question may have been answered long ago, so I wanted to know what's with Lucky referring to himself in third person. How did I explain this last time?
So to answer your sub-question, your subtweet question, yes, it has come up before. That is why I chuckled.
I think the best way to think of it is Lucky is not one person, Lucky is several people, and any one of them can be talking at any time. There is only one Lucky, but inside Lucky there are many Luckies. Which one wins? I don't fucking know.
Inside you, there are 99 Luckies fighting.
Pretty much. It's the best way I can explain it. I am ludicrously what's the word I want to say? Inconsistent. If you actually see me type, it's actually one of those weird things. Like, I'll use the numeral 7, but then I'll type, 6, 2 words later. It's really fucking weird.
Oh, I do that all the time. And I don't know why. I just, sometimes digits seem more natural, but also typing.
It's so basically, think of Lucky as just an amalgamation of a lot of terabits jockeying for control. It's the SpongeBob meme, except terabits. Easiest way to think about it.
And if you don't know what a terabit is, join our Discord or tune into our live stream. I like the little Tomoe face.
It is cool. It's Tomoe is interesting because she looks like she's dressed like she's a race queen, but she's a video gamer. It's really interesting.
Well, there's definitely something to be said. There is a Japanese race queen thing. That's definitely a costume style. But it also happens to resemble a very slick swimsuit, which is what I think she's going for. But also, we had a summer event that was actually race themed, which is what I think some of the icons and badges on her jacket are a couple of different teams.
Oh yeah, no, my Tomoe is fully ascended. I'm just oh no, this is good. But let me see here. Where were we? But yes, don't worry about Lucky referring to himself in the third person. I will refer to myself in the first person when I feel like it.
Well, I don't have a Tomoe, so I can't level her anything.
Oof. I'm sorry. Does it actually bug people that I speak in third person on occasion?
I mean, it probably tweaks some people because there are in fact still grammar Nazis, but they're not as bad as actual Nazis. I don't really have any problem with it. I know what's up. I occasionally refer to myself in the third person, but usually that's more for emphasis. But who's to say that when I refer to Omega, is Omega real? Am I him? Are we the same?
Listen, none of you can prove that I exist. I could just be a mass hallucination.
Oh gosh, I might train next year, but you gotta remember, I'm already doomed. Summer Canis. Thank God my small Da Vinci is free. I mean, as someone who's always gone by an abbreviation of his actual legal name anyway, all throughout life, names or whatever. My actual given name is long as fuck, so.
I'm trying to think. Alright, I'm done thinking. I'm gonna fry my brain if I think too hard.
Think time over.
Yes. So, we move on. This next one comes from being at Disney World and thinking to myself, I don't want to build a droid, but then realizing I can build a round boy.
Ooh, round.
Ooh, round is nice. I love curves. I'm not sure. Lucky doesn't remember. Greetings, Lucky Omega. Hope all is well. Did you achieve any Koroneko pancakes? Yes, I die every single fucking time that comes up at the fucking mission list. How dare? How dare this child be so cute? I'm gonna squish those cheeks and pat that head. You can't stop me.
Well, that is the one in the shop is the mission list technically, but you know what I mean. That's the cute one.
Yes.
Remember how we talked about the Luckies? Well, Summer Abbey is there are 3 Abbeys fighting. One of them is a gremlin. One of them is adorable. And then the middle one's the middle one. I don't remember the gimmick, and I don't have one, so I can't.
He has a miter.
Double check. Yeah, she does have a miter. And also a weird hexagonal coffin? Lug nut?
Thing.
It's her hexagonal ancient Salem floaty life preserver wheel.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess that's it. The middle one's the serious one. Ascension 1 is the gremlin. Ascension 2 is the serious one. 3 is the yay summer.
The third one gives me life. I don't mind the other two, but the third one's where it's at. Like, yes, this is exactly what I signed up for. Let's see here. My question is, what kind of theme rides do you think would be in an American FGO theme park? I asked this question because I'm currently in Disney, and I figured it would be fun to stay fluffy. Oh, I'm definitely betting there's gonna be a fucking Tiamat roller coaster. If there's not, I'm gonna kill somebody. That seems like amazing. I love a Tiamat roller coaster.
A haunted mansion.
Totally.
The ride is themed and narrated by Murasaki, who also makes the ghosts.
I feel like Shiz would get in on that shit. I mean, that literally happened.
No. Shiz is gonna be downtown in the song and dance show type stuff.
Suppose.
Try to be very relaxed. You got to be careful when Rhyme does the teacup ride, because occasionally one of the teacups is a Jabberwock.
That would happen, yes.
I'm trying to think. There's, with all the summer servants especially, there's got to be something for like Splash Mountain in there. My brain's a little goop today.
A little goop.
Also, we've been recording for almost an hour and a half. My neurons are not activated.
Sorry, I'm trying to think.
Like, obviously, you could do the equivalent of, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad would be Babbage Rail. It's frame powered. And I also, I distracted myself. I flashed back to the little adorable Fran Show logo they used.
I did too, don't worry.
You could have Voyager's, launch ride, because he was literally shot into space. Sorry, that just makes me go back to, YouTube recommended to me an official NASA video about the Artemis missions. The mission series we're going to commence shortly to go back to the moon. Because we never should have left. Yes, it's going to be called Artemis. The first couple, I think, are going to be test flights of the gear, Apollo style. But apparently they are, we're back to, I think they might be, some of the vehicles might be reusable. We're back to mostly solid states, boosters, and bases. We're not using shuttles anymore. It's landing capsules. But I think some of the components, some of the engines and avionics are the same as that we used to launch the Voyager probes.
Neat.
Welcome to NASA. We never throw anything out.
Even when we should sometimes.
But no, the rocket engines are good. But I know about this because I saw an official NASA YouTube video about, look at our capabilities. We're going back to the moon. And I'm like, damn, this is great.
Time to be alive.
This is some good space propaganda. Delicious space. They have a cool logo.
Now maybe, tech billionaires will stop plugging all the cool stuff.
I do think some of the tech is built with the association of SpaceX, but a lot of it's just...
Oh, really?
It's NASA, so it's a cooperation with, everybody. They collabed with the European Space Agency to build some of the parts as well. Some of them are, from as with many things in our government contracts, some of them are ex-military tech. Like, I think there's some Raytheon shit in there, running some of the avionics and whatnot. Because why the fuck not?
Fair enough.
If you can build a missile, you can build a space rocket. Here I'll drop the link so people can look at it. But just look at how this is titled.
We are capable.
We're NASA. We can go to space. Damn it.
We can do it. That's very cool.
It's a well-produced video as well. Anyway, I don't have any further theme park ideas off the top of my head. Wait, no, I've got one more. There used to be a submarine ride at Disneyland. I think they had to take it out because the actual submarine parts were kind of maintenance intense. But we could have, it was actually 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So, Nemo. Just imagine a little submersible water ride, but with, little Nemo Marines around.
That sounds adorable.
There you go.
There we go. So, we shall move on. This next one comes from IS, the one perplexed by the gotcha. They say, no question this week, but I will say that Lucky stole all of the Archer Ilias as my total of 811 rolls. I've come with NP0 Ilia, NP3 Kiara. Also not getting a single 4-star spook. P.S. Do we know if Saber Musashi is blocked from LB main story uses post-Olympus? Like how we can only use Ordinax Mass, and LB main story? From what I understand, no, she is not blocked.
No, it's just the data is lost. But
yes,
you can still use her.
Oh, excuse me. I'm getting a bit tired. Woo!
We're all yawny boys. It's fine.
That's fine.
Slap your cheeks, everybody. Wake the fuck up.
That was sincerely IS, the one who's happy with his shift change. Oh, neat.
Hey, good for you.
This next one comes from a passing through comment writer, and they say, okay, there we go. Just wanted to wish you guys luck in rolling at Hornsaki Chikubi. Anyways, best of luck in your rolls. Well, thank you very much. I hope you got what you were looking for yourself. And we move swiftly on. This next one comes from Joe. Who says, looks like Rie Takahashi won't be coming to 7th anniversary due to COVID. Sad news, it sucks, but let's all wish her well and quick recovery. Question. What's the drop rate for the CEs in these types of events? How rare is it? It's been a week nonstop farming and cleared the shop, yet still no event CE drops.
You made that rhyme. Damn. Good job,
Wow.
Joe.
Good job, Joe. Unfortunately, I don't know the drops off the top of my head, but
Yeah,
it's
I feel like our patron chat will give me a eyeball number. I don't know if we have an exact literal number. I do know a lot of people report their stats on like how many runs before they got a drop, so we can just do statistics and probability. But I don't know if we have exact numbers.
No, like I got my day drop like really. Honestly, I think I want to say fairly quickly because I believe it was the first free quest of the apartment building. I was like, boom, there's a
pretty
Jane
early.
for you. Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Oh god, do they have different chances for different quests? Oh, that's just they're trying to give me a headache. I hate when you do stuff like that. I actually have a good like probability and statistics is like the only form of numbers I have a good head for, but if you're gonna make it weird, you're gonna kill me. Ugh. But yeah, I haven't gotten any CE drops in this event, but other events I've gotten like, 4 in like a week, so it do be random, truly. Well, you gotta make sure you're on the right time of day, Axe.
All right, I have gotten every trophy in Stray except the complete the game in less than 2 hours one.
Wow, some of those are hard.
Well, after I beat the game, I decided I looked up the hidden trophies. I was like, I'll just work on these one at a time.
Swag. But I know that some of them, because I've heard people complaining about some of them are kind of complex.
Really?
Well, I mean, there's the one with the very first Zerk run where you can't get touched at all.
Oh yeah, no,
a little
that one
complex.
literally took me a day.
And then there's the pacifist one. You have to not use the cool new toy you got to blow up any Zerk with your ultraviolet beams.
I did that one during the show.
Nice.
Well, actually, I want to say I did that during Mailbag, honestly.
Mailbag do be a while.
Yeah.
Because, let's see, hold on. The mission clock is just across an hour 30. It's like an hour 32. And we started about 20 minutes in, so you've had about an hour.
Yeah, let's see here. I did Tella a chat. Let me see here. Which is, I had to go push the buttons on the TV. Pacifist, normal lives, because guess what? I died a lot trying to run through the sewers and not hit anything.
Yeah.
And Can't Catch Me, which was complete the first Zerk pursuit without being caught. So the only one I have left is... Where is it? What's it called? I Am Speed. Complete the game in less than 2 hours. Which if I skip everything and just go full blast, I should be able to do, but I can't focus that much on this. So, let's see here.
No, the memories are fine. I got those 100% without even really trying.
I did have a couple I had to look up in Midtown, because some of them are weird.
Mostly I just had to double check the timing of some stuff in Midtown, because some of the stuff you can only get after you progress the story. Anyway, if you want to know more of our Stray Thoughts, watch What's Up later today, or possibly tomorrow, or maybe perhaps in the past. Also, to answer that question about the drop, the reported number is if you do the Archer node that drops the gold currency, 2.4% drop chance. Keep in mind that's with no replacement, that's just the same as gacha stats, but, hypothetically. That means you should get 1 every 50 tries-ish, which is a lot, actually. But alright, we have one final mailbag inning.
We have one final mailbag inning. This comes from Agent 418, who says, "Hello, Lucky Omega. Have a great weekend. P.S. Keep your joints safe."
So you posted this 3 hours ago, but you clearly edited it sometime within the past hour and a half.
Jokes.
That's a joke only the patrons listening live will get, maybe.
I yell about a lot of things in the pre-show.
The pre-show is very fun. You should consider supporting us on Patreon so you can join in. I think even if people, unless literally everybody is here and we forget the patron paying, I drop a ping as well. So if you're eligible to come on in, you can pile on in.
I want to know what black magic that Dan Latino family uses to keep burritos warm for this long. It has literally been like 3 hours and this burrito is still hot. What the actual fuck?
Yeah, and you have your AC on too.
Yes. How?
Yeah, I'm about to say that's fucking literal sorcery. That violates thermodynamics. Hot thing become cold.
No, because I was just checking up on it and I grab it. I'm just like, I feel heat.
Meanwhile, even though it's a bajillion degrees, because I have like 9 fans in my room, I put down my breakfast for 2 minutes, and I'm like, this got a little cold, a little chilly.
I love On the Way.
But okay, that is the mailbag.
Mailbag. Ooh.
That means it's time to transition to free taco.
God
That's
damn it, I'm gonna
spelled with
go.
a K, by the way. That's not a literal free taco. I'm responsible for nothing.
But then that means it's an octopus.
It's 1K?
T-A-K-K-O. Taco. Octopus.
Actually, isn't it 2Ks?
No.
Interesting. It's pronounced with a long consonant. Taco.
Taco.
Languages are weird.
I'm gonna go buy that Bee Monster Girl game because I am a man who has no self-control.
Alright, he's buying the Bee Monster Girl game, y'all. That's okay. I bought me a game on a whim, so I'm not gonna say shit. Live your best life, Lucky. Even though we both have about 9 billion free games, those aren't the games you want to play right this second. Though I will probably eventually get around to some of those Assassin's Creeds.
Also, if you have a PlayStation 4 or 5, 13 Singles Ages Rim is 35% off right now, so go fucking buy
it.
I will not stop shilling this game, ever.
No, we won't. We won't shut the fuck up. Buy more of it. Especially because I believe that will encourage more Vanillaware games to get sold over here. I really want they haven't announced it yet. I really want them to bring over the Grim Grimoire remaster. I really don't want to have to buy that shit in Japanese and remember, because it's good. It's a good game. Then again, the delay on because again they have lots of spoken dialogue and lots of text boxes. The delay on like 13 Sentinels to English was like 6 months, 10 months.
It was several months.
But it's not necessarily VN styled. You get to walk around, and also you get to be a giant robot half the time. You get to utterly obliterate parts of Tokyo with missiles. So many missiles. Sometimes one big missile.
That's what it's called. It's called Cyber Hive. There it is.
Shiberhive. But yeah, get Aegis. It's good for you.
It's not VN styled.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Oh.
You get to wander around. There are dialogue boxes, but you get to walk around and stuff. And also be robot. I would say it's a more... What would you call it? Action adventure stuff? Alright. Callie made a potion seller meme, so I'm gonna retweet it. Sounds alright.
That's a horrible image quality, I just realized. Hang on a second.
Yeah, it's very tiny.
See if we can find a better one.
Well, Lucky's looking for a better one. I can explore, like, there's a lot of surprising games you'll find for free in there. There's a lot of Paradox games. I think I remember I talked once about how there was, like, XCOM, but Prohibition. Empire of Sin. That's free on there. I pick that up later, even if that's weird. Then again, I did play XCOM 2. Not very well, but I did play it on the PlayStation.
Is this bigger? It's not! Microsoft, you suck! Delete. I will not be redundant.
No, those are all the same size.
Whatever. If I see more crass and short recently, I blame the game lit book I'm reading that has a sassy talking axe, and it lives rent free in my head. I'll explain this more tomorrow. Don't worry. Buy B game. Only $6.74 right now. Confirm purchase.
Google filter large.
But we are done. We are done with the mailbag, and it is time to enter free talk.
Yes, we made some puns about that, but we're here. And the number one thing we've got to talk about is... Oh, I've closed show notes. That's why I'm so lost. Give me that tab back. Google, revive that tab. Not that it's a big deal because I don't really need the notes, but our big thing is Summer 5 final thoughts. Obviously, like we said earlier, we haven't gotten all the extra NP copies, and I'm assured there are many more funny returns in the post-game. But yeah, we can talk about the core of the event now. Hopefully you are caught up with your main story and stuff. But yeah, overall, I just want to say, I think this is a phenomenal event. Like, we've had some rough patches with Summer before. Like, they're kind of hit and miss, honestly, if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, we've talked before, Summer 1 kind of goes on too long. The back half with the boars is kind of redundant.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, so on and so forth from there. Obviously, Summer 3, story-wise was okay, but the 3-point ladders was very painful a lot of the time. But this one's written very well. Like, there's an actual, you know, thrill and a mystery here. There's that great moment when the fucking map zooms out and you're like, yo, 2 maps.
And everyone finally realizes it really actually wasn't a fucking bug.
No, there was 2 of you the entire time, actually. I mean, I kind of figured some strange stuff was afoot because, like, you almost never, at least without something weird happening, you almost never actually physically hang out with Mash. She's just calling you all the time on the communicator, right? Like, since very early, I was just like, boy, this is weird. I don't think I actually was paying close enough attention because I was, like, going periods of time, grinding, doing main quests, whatever, that the actual teams were split. Like, my brain didn't grok that one. But still, yeah, it's very, very interesting. I mean, dividing up makes sense because you've got a big area, but yeah, it's kind of interesting, the double map and everything, you know. But so there's a lot of stuff there. There's obviously now they brought it up at the start. The advanced team was constantly mentioned. Nobody questions anything. But yeah, there's an homage to so many horror classics. We in fact literally got a Resident Evil homage. Tomoe was so happy. She was looking for Resident Evil puzzles. There was the hotel, which was that whole segment was The Shining meets Freddy Krueger type stuff. Nightmare on Elm Street, Mm-hmm. Well, it's because you don't get to talk to Mash much. I'm hoping she'll show up a couple more in the epilogue. But yeah, like there's so many great references to lots of classic horror. I think the only thing we didn't really do was like we didn't get any sci-fi horror per se, but there was the fucking zombie outbreak, right? And I like that how when you go to hell, Murasaki's like, wait, watch out! Now they're occult zombies. They could do whatever the fuck they want. Guys, if you've watched some various or experienced some various broad like different zombie genres, you can definitely know like sometimes zombos are weird. There's some great stuff there, but all of this is done like all this genuine horror vibes and works and actual like mysteries to solve. It's also still really really witty. Like there's a lot of genuine good writing here that's funny and interesting. Fucking the first time there's two Pisons and they fight, and then she's just like, yeah, it's stupid to fight me. You'd have to be crazy, and Emiya's just like, I'm in pain right now. Which I think means that canonically, the Chaldea Emiya is the same one who does Unlimited Blade Works. Or at the very least, he's felt like he should go fight himself.
I'm pretty sure the events of the Holy Grail War might have been engraved on his spirograph.
Well, I believe Nameless in the Extra Extella line is a little more ambiguous about being quite the same as his Fate Stay Night self, but yeah, I think this pretty much outlines it like, yeah, no. He recalls that bullshit. He might recall that bullshit two ways, because he's still Emiya Shiro. But, you got a lot of, you got a lot of, like, these really great moments and stuff like that. You talked about how much you loved the gong moment.
Oh, I loved it so much. You guys don't understand. Because here's the thing. At the beginning, you were trying to treat it like, yeah, no, it's another summer. And the master got, concerned at some point, and that kind of peaked when, you felt like Mash was in danger. But as soon as you got Mash back, I feel like you almost completely just kind of checked out, no sell this. I
think it's that classic moment of that's when the stakes are the highest and the most bullshit. Yeah, there's a literal murder mask that murders servants, and now they're stuck in the underworld. Mm-hmm. Because there's nowhere for them to go, because that's not how things normally work. And it's just like, at that point, you have to not be serious, right? Like, it's just too much, so somebody needs to lighten the mood.
And I will say, honestly, I will say this, Pison also does this rule admirably because, well, I don't know how to explain, but Pison is Pison. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I think this event was really written to be much like lots of events do this, I remember a lot of people had a lot more positive responses to Scheherazade after she was featured in a summer, right? Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of this, I think, was written to be an excuse to explore Yume Ren's character outside of the context of Lost Belt 3, because, in Lost Belt 3, she's just slightly, kind of, sort of, absolutely livid. Constantly exploding at us. So we don't really get to explore her relationship as a servant or anything. And obviously, she has some interludes. She has a couple of event cues. But, this doesn't... Well, she's happy. This happens a lot in summer. But, we actually get to do a lot of different stuff. The explosion... Because she's done that several times in the event already. Well, yes, because... Have you read the translation of her NP line? It's ludicrous. It's incredibly over the top. And that's the point, because it's like summer, and she's, very happy, and it's almost silly, because that's kind of how her lovey-dovey relationship with Zhang Yu is like, whereas her, her regular assassin self's NP is like, oh sky, oh clouds, rain down my tears of blood on the living, fuck you. It's very different. Though she does still explode in both. Well, I mean, we use it a lot here, but that's why we're just nonchalant, whereas Zhufu is like, man, that's a lot of blood, and we're just like, yeah, you don't really get used to that one, huh, Chief? And then she's like, ah, yes, but I merged with my other me who also exploded. Now I'm Super Bison.
I'm just like, did nothing weird get merged? Like, you literally just, like, no sell so much. Like, when Dark Lanez, which I thought was absolutely hilarious, again, by the way.
I also like how Dark Land is still Prince of Land Link. Now he's just saying all that shit he said to you in the cave. And you can have some great responses.
Oh yeah, no, I totally just backed him up. Just like, oh yeah, no, she sometimes is an ethereal beauty. And Magic's like, yeah, and Pison's just like, ah!
Yes, no, you make Pison just, probably roll around on the floor in embarrassment, just like, stop complimenting me.
And then, they do the fight, they merge, and then Pison's like, I'm super ready. She's like, Kohai, sound the gong, and you can't just be like, I'm on it. And this is the thing that got me is there was actually the gong sound. Yeah. And then Magic's like, where did you get that gong? I'm all like, ha-ha!
Both are funny. I did the other way. I was trying to speedrun, so I didn't even have my ears in. But if you do it, it's even, I would argue it's almost funnier because this is what I wrote in the notes, gong-pression, because that's what she says to you. She just pivots and is like, well, do your best gong-pression then, and then you have a dialogue box, which is just you making the gong sound with your mouth. Like, either way, it's ludicrous.
Yeah, no, like, and again, like, this, like, I want to basically call this summer event not like a summer horror film, but a horror comedy.
Yeah,
like,
it's a black comedy. And at the end, like Pison says, she's just like, no, fuck you, we're an action movie now. Yeah, it is. I think the Hot Fuzz analogy is good, because it's a very dark comedy. Like, bad shit happens, but also, like, jokes, like Pison constantly dying. And then when we get two Pisons, we make one of them change into the ghost outfit just for different colors. God, that whole sequence is so funny. Like, when we're trying to decide the colors, and she's just like, alright, I'm gonna kick, like, fucking Hank Hill's, boy, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna make you wear the 2P colors. And I'm just like, oh my god. And then it gets actually really serious because fucking Max is kidnapped and you figured out the secrets and you go down to Jufu's secret lab of curses and like all your servants are like, ugh, this room is gross and weird. Except Sigurd and Bryn who are just like, yes, murder.
Can we involve the power of love?
Can we defeat them with love, perhaps? And when you have to like sort out like how you deal with Summer Abbey, just like great, perfect.
I mean, I enjoyed the quote unquote villains. Mm-hmm. Like, because you have Abby on one hand, who's being a little gremlin, but at the same time, very much still cares for you. She's like, all of you can die, but that's just going to be fine.
She's being her Abigail self, yeah. Mm-hmm. If you've played, like, regular Abby's interludes, you know.
Mm-hmm. And same with Kiara, who... like
Kiara's playing her usual, like, 4D chess game, but you have to remember, the end results of the Kiara flowchart are very stupid. Kiara is capable of very advanced planning and shenaniganery, but why she does this is usually dumb.
And she literally did all this just so she can get the Little Mermaid too, which she still got caught. God damn it.
Yes, because she fundamentally failed to understand how Anderson works. She tried to be, like, helpful and supporting, and that's not how that works.
No.
I also like how even after the jig is up, she's still just like, I'll be child me. And then she gets fucking haughty that Abby does, like, you know, her show off trial quest type shit. And then she's like, all right, I'm gonna transform. And we get to actually see her do the police form transformation, and everybody is just like, hold on, wait a minute. Is this how magical girls work? What's happening here? I think so, yeah. Like, Anderson, I mean, he wrote for the craft of it, but a lot of it was just he fucking needed to eat.
Listen, Hans Christian Andersen was a very, very sad and lonely man. You guys really don't understand.
Yeah.
He literally failed until he died.
Yeah. And it's kind of a shame, but at least we can know that a lot of his works did leave long-lasting cultural impressions. Obviously, with The Little Mermaid, most of you probably think of the Disney film and not the incredibly depressing book that he wrote, but, like, you're aware of a lot of his works out there, and some of them have actually stuck around. But also a lot of them are horrifically depressing.
Very.
I think actually the Snow Queen is, like, one of the ones that actually, like, turns out some of the best, because we actually solve problems. Yeah, it's called, it was written in the old times. It's not for some reason, that's just how theology works. Our understanding of the makeup of the world is different at different times. Much like in this one. By the way, so I gotta ask you, Lucky, did you catch on to the villain reveal early? Because we have talked about the alchemist who went to Japan and Mount Penglai and Horai before.
Oh no! Once they mentioned Mount Penglai, I kind of got it, but I didn't know names like off the top of my head. But no, Penglai was my clue. I was like, aha!
Yeah, which they did kind of seed through some of the files. But yeah, so this is Shufu, who became a giant ghost, though she had a funny hat.
I'm really sick of giant ghosts, y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
It's well, guess what, guys? It's been 2 years and they still haven't done it. I think they may have even brought Shufu back for some cameos.
I do believe Jufu's a shopkeeper at some point.
Yeah, I think that's correct. That's what I said. So they haven't forgot them, but I mean, AoE enemies are okay. I had no problem with that boss fight because Paison's fucking charged up. By the way, guess what? If you bring 2 Paisons, because if you have a friend who's got a permanent Paison, they both get the power up.
I do think I recognized a few times that certain supports would get like certain buffs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Even if they were like either yours or supports. I was like, oh, neat.
Yeah, the buff is assigned to all copies of Summer U who show up. So if you bring extras, you get both the buffs. But yeah, this is a character that I think has been highly wanted and will continue to be wanted in the FGO fandom for a while. And I can see why, because obviously we talk, this is that infamous story of, well, he was looking for immortality. Qin Wang, an alchemist said, I can figure it out. We'll go east and find the fabled Mount Penglai of the Immortals. Give me a couple thousand apprentices and some big boats, and I'll just go. And the current real life theory is if this actually happened was they just fucked off to Japan and didn't come back. This is one of the reasons why Qin Wang does not like scholars and alleged, workers of knowledge and natural philosophy, because he got bamboozled. But there's some interesting stuff going on here. But Jufu, I think, stands out as a character because much like how Paison is very Paison in this event, obviously, just being herself. Whether that's, all right, cool, I died, don't worry about it, I'm gonna get over it, or I'm tired, I'm gonna go sleep on the couch and eat ice cream. Don't at me.
No.
Or once again, all right, I'm gonna kick my ass. Like Jufu falls into basically the Kohai role, but the not recognized one. She's like, wait a second, what are you doing calling senpai? You won't even go here kind of energy.
Like, that's illegal.
Yeah, that's great. A lot of the vibes with just once she makes Landling her minion and is just like, hold on a minute, wait a second, I never told you to do any of that shit. And he's like, well, too bad, I'm evil now. No filter. Mask off. Ironically, my mask is on. Yeah, it's an all around a really great event. Like, a lot of the little ones, I did get to the Ghostbusters one. It's fucking great. Finding Helena in the woods, stuff like that. Like, it's just all these little touches and great stuff. The fucking CG when fucking Columbus's beard, instead of the axe through the door. I know a lot of people on our Discord, by the way, also were physically not all right with Suit Spartacus.
It makes sense, honestly. Jesus.
I know, it's existentially terrifying, but also I kind of want that skin. Much like Parrot Blackbeard, I would love to see that Spartacus one. Yeah. I mean, his corpo speak was weird, but yeah, no, like the costume itself is just kind of funny.
I'm trying to think of any good points. I liked all the moments of my friend Mandricardo showing up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which gets echoed in the very comprehensive postscript. Basically, the epilogue is quite lengthy.
Honestly, I'm actually surprised how much I actually enjoyed these characters. Ilya, I think was great as comic relief because she's always the one freaking out, constantly.
And the Prisma Ilya artist draws her expression. Well, everybody has really great expression sheets in this. I've also seen some people on our Discord posting that. Summer Bryn's expressions are nuts. There's a lot going on there. Obviously, we've talked before about how Tomoe's VR expressions, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. The best.
But Ilya always has had really great expression sheets, and just the fact that, first of all, Ruby is a fire hose now, hilarious. But the fact that they maintain the gag that Ruby continues to speak even as a fire hose and offer her commentary it's a whole thing, which I really appreciate. I also, speaking of Ilya, love her dynamic with Emiya, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, Emiya actually gets to do his as we said, I think last week's episode, much more of his big brother thing than his team mom thing. You get to actually see Bryn and the Valkyries interact a couple of times. There's also that slightly strange but still kind of cool moment where you do the fireworks show and the fun sparkler gag, whatever. Valkyries are just fucking around, Murasaki does a really good job as our exposition giver.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally, some of her many fun times. I'm trying to remember. What was the scenario where she puts her ideal book away?
It was something semi-sexual. I can't remember exactly.
Yes, it was something salacious was coming up with us, and the other servants cut it off, but she was like, "No, I'll save that one for later." Oh yeah, it was Anne and Mary in the hotel. Right.
That's right. Yes.
And just God, Tyson being so wrong about Summer Kiara. And even Kiara, the horniest person in existence, also being Normie's exploder. Because Brit and Singer are that awful. Yeah. No, it's great. There's so much great here. And like I said, there are quite genuinely freaky moments, like the diaries about the progression and the study of immortality, the fucking cursed videotape scenes. So much good production value. It's really great. This event is good. And I'll be eager to try out the the postscript stuff, because there's some more funny characters, and it'll be a fun rerun in a year as well. It's a good event. I appreciate it deeply.
I do too.
Also, the fact that once again, the day night flip when you get to the post script area, it's just very easy. Just click button, day, night. The two map versions are like subtly different, but mostly the same. They even count as each other.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all around very solid. But all right, before we get on out of here, because I don't want to take too long, we have been talking a little bit about future shit, as we do.
As we do.
And I did pull up the event list to actually calculate. So, yeah, I if people are wondering why they pushed OQ, it's because we had all the stuff, I think, that happened in July, and obviously we had our anniversary around then, but they covered already the Seraphine interlude, the Hunting Quest, the AoE campaign, all that stuff. So what happened in August in Japan was anniversary stuff, the Statesman rerun, the Waltz and Moonlight Lostrum campaign drops, which obviously we didn't get. Again, we don't know exactly what they're going to do with that. I hope they do bring it over, because they're working on bringing us more stuff and different things, but they may be waiting until the actual collab is about to drop. Who knows? But the only other things that happened in August in JP were, like I said, the Moonlight Lostrum, a couple of campaigns there. The Heaven's Feel 3 release campaign, obviously grossly out of date, nothing to be done there. We've already gotten all that. And then summer. So, also, September in JP was 21 million downloads, Moonlight Lostrum Campaign 3, Interlude Campaign 14, and Scafez. So, you may have noticed with moving the anniversary around, there's a lot of room for stuff that we're not getting, really. So, I think I understand why they decided to scooch the OQ rerun to, like I said, probably maybe the very last bit of this month or early next month, because yes, there is 21 million downloads, and I'll pull it up to see what kind of stuff you should be looking for. That'll be a Chinchi Wong banner, obviously, but let's see. There'll be logins. There'll be new extra master missions. So basically, you'll want to max ascend up to 5 of each class, with extras counting as one class, to get lots of Saint Quartz.
Lots of Saint Quartz.
It's 3x per, and there's 1 for every class. So whatever. Let's see, 8 classes, so it's 8 by 3 by 3, whatever that result is. They're going to add some shit to the mana prisms. They're going to add some rank ups for Lishuen and Wuzetan. It looks like it's mostly just there's going to be a big quartz infusion, which will be nice, I guess.
Yay!
And if you don't have regular Python, up to 72 Saint Quartz, decent number. If you don't have your vanilla Python, she will be on raid up as well during the summon campaign, along with Chinchi Wong. So. But yeah, that won't be too implosive. Who's supposed to be in that Interlude campaign? Oh shit, I think I actually have most of these servants now.
Yay!
The one I'm missing is Shooten. We've got NP upgrade for Avike Braun. We've got skill upgrades for Suzuka and Adelante. Also, the Kama St. Court's interlude and a red hair interlude. But I'm pretty sure this was the male Kama interlude.
I'm excited then.
So yeah, that's interlude campaign 14 that should be coming up shortly. But yeah, okay, so that's a pretty good one. There's a lot of upgrades in that interlude campaign. But yeah, our next big event, I would say, is gonna be the Ska Fest. But there's plenty of stuff out there. Also, holy shit, they really did do it. I completely forgot about this. They reran Nightingale's Christmas Carol in October in Japan.
Oh, that's right.
We're probably not doing that. That would be we might, I guess, but that seems very weird. Maybe that's why Heian-kyo is in November, so we could do the Christmas rerun after that and then do New Christmas. But yeah, no, the Nightingale Christmas rerun in JP in this equivalent year, in 2020, 2 years ago, was the 23rd of October to the 4th of November. Wow. Oof. I know some people in our community were asking about Hijikata rate-ups. There should actually be one of those before, there should be like a little Guda celebratory rate-up before the Yamatai Koku. That'll have regular Ogata, Hijikata, Izo again. And then the only things that happened in November in JP were 22 million downloads. That's a Murasaki rerun. And then pre-releases for Heian-kyo and for Imaginary Scramble, and then actual Imaginary Scramble. So that'll probably all fit pretty cleanly into the early November area. I wonder, because none of the events this year are strictly Halloween themed, they could move some of this stuff around and actually have them coincide with actual Halloween on either Guda or Imaginary Scramble. Not that either are particularly themed, but yeah, Albert did say he was going to murder our clairvoyance. I think they're just trying to make this year work and make more sense, right? Because obviously we talked about it 2 years ago when it happened, but this was full swing on pandemic lockdown stuff, so there was, an awful lot of weirdness going on. Now that I think about it, December's actually kind of packed, because there's 2 banners for Heian-kyo, there's an interlude campaign, Dioscuri and Romulus Cronus interludes, and say. There's 2 banners for Santa Claus Road, because there's also another Karna and Arjuna read-up, and then there's, the build-up to New Year's, so... yeah, they need to space some stuff out, because we've got some lean summer months when nothing was happening in JP that they need to, re-sketch out, and then we've got some very packed later year winter months. But there you go, that's kind of the stuff we should look forward to, and we don't really know the exact order. We'll try and bring you the, news and other stuff, in a timely manner, but, if Albert's trying to shake things up, and if Sungo's giving him permission to shake things up, we're shaking things up, keeping it fresh. I, for one, am actually pretty glad that they moved up Summer 5, because, like we said, this event really good, actually, quite well made. I do believe this was popular in JP as well, so there's not, a disconnect thing. It's just, we don't always understand over here why events are popular in JP. Sometimes it's mechanical, sometimes it's story, sometimes it's just they see characters, but, this one's just really good all around. And it had been a long time. It was going to be a long time before a new event, so I'm kind of glad. I'm definitely, obviously I was doing a lot of, heavy-duty farming personally with all that, 5x success and half AP and all that bullshit. New dailies. But that was also unique to us, that was early as well. So we're getting a lot of the special, NA treatment, and it's doing good for the game, I think.
I think so, too.
Keeping us vibed. Because I gotta admit, I checked out of a couple of reruns earlier this year. I think I had my first ever servant, limited time servant go home. I did not actually get my extra copies of Kagetora because, man, Final Honoji is kind of a thing if you don't get lucky with some of your grinds.
True enough.
So yeah, I was a little beat by the intense amount of reruns, but this is Gava's new life, new juice. I'm probably gonna keep doing it later after we get out of here, which will be soon, because that's all I got in the free talk. Just a general future schedule checkup. Lucky, anything else you can think of?
He's making a brain motion, and I got nothing.
Okay, I rubbed my face kind of sleepily. Chat, is there anything I'm forgetting? Nobody's typing, so I'm gonna say no.
All right.
Okay. I leave you with a yawn. whatever time of day it is. It's yawning time for me. So, we've crossed the 2-hour mark, so let's, raw, obviously. But let's get in there and do the outro. The tro is out. When you out the tro. Sorry, I'm kind of sleepy today. Okay, the outro goes a little something like this. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a like on YouTube. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section down below. I do read those. They're visible to me with my eyes. You can also join our Discord. That link is in the video description and on our channel page. It's a good link. It's good for you. You can also subscribe if you are new here to get more videos and stuff and things. And even if you're already subscribed, make sure to ring the bell for notifications so you always know when we're posting a new thing, like a stram or something. Stuff, things. And you can also consider joining our channel memberships by clicking the join button or the link below. Channel membership gives you access to membership badges and emotes that you can use in comments, live chats, etc. Mailbags even. So check it out. And like I said at the front of the show, you can consider supporting us on Patreon. Get access to this episode in audio format for as little as $1 a month or just over. Sorry, I'm getting the brain goo, the no neurons. I'm doing math poorly. Just over $10 a year. At different levels, you can get videos early, vote in polls, and listen to the show live every week. So consider dropping us a line and supporting us. Have your name added to the roster of Namefies. Man, I'm really going on a yawn spree. Okay, anyway, that's it for Let's Talk FGO this week. We will be sure to see you next week. Make sure that you leave your own comments about how much you liked this event or whatever in the comments below. Other stuff and things. If you had a favorite moment or joke we didn't get to, let us know. And I will leave you with that. Good night. Don't let the slashers bite, everybody.
Good night.